Hello everyone, welcome to the dynamic world with me Suraj. So in our last class we discussed about the geomorphic processes. Okay, so today we'll discuss how the landforms are formed. Okay, so the factors which control the landform development, we'll discuss about them. So landform development means the process in which the landforms are created and the processes which involve in creating the landforms. Okay, so let us discuss about them. First of all, the first point is climate. So climate, how the climate is responsible for landform development, because different type of landforms are created in different climatic regions. Okay, suppose the area, it is equatorial region where the temperature is high as well as it is humid. So in this region the solar radiation will be maximum. Okay, temperature will be high. So in this regions, the areas which are susceptible to erosion as well as the rock surfaces, they will prone to more damage due to thermal expansion. Okay, due to the impact of solar radiation. But in the other cases, we can say that in the dry polar regions where the temperature is very low as well as it is dry in nature, so in these regions the rocks or the landforms, they will be susceptible to erosion by the freezing action. Okay, here the rock surface or the interior parts of the rocks will be frozen during due to the less temperature of the surrounding areas. Okay, due to low temperature of the surrounding areas, the freezing action will be seen here. As well as, now let us move to the next point, that is mineral composition. So in the mineral composition of rocks, we know that each and every kind of rocks or soil, they are composed of some minerals. Okay, they are known as rock forming minerals or the soil forming minerals. So including those minerals, the landforms are created. Okay, so every landforms, they should belong to some category of minerals. Okay, there must be some specific minerals with some specific type of rocks or some specific type of soil materials. Okay, so every landforms, they are composed of different type of minerals. Like there are some examples like quartz, olivine, mica, oxides, etc. So quartz, these type of minerals are present in the sandstone. Okay, and they are also hard in nature. Like silicate minerals, they are mainly found in the igneous rocks, those rocks which are hard in nature. Similarly, the rocks, then they converted into the soil. Okay, or landform features. So every landform features also will have some mineral composition. Okay, now let us move to the next part, that is structure. So structure means which will pass through the process of erosion or weathering. Okay, like a rock mass. Okay, a smaller rock size, it will be less susceptible to erosion or weathering. But if the rock size will be greater, then it will be more susceptible to erosion or weathering. How? Because the surface area available for weathering or erosion will be maximum as compared to this one. Okay, so here the surface area will be maximum as well as it will be more prone to erosion, and it will be eroded easily by the exogenous processes. Now next is process. So process means, in processes we can say the erosional process and depositional process. Okay, so the rivers, streams or different other exogenous processes, they use to erode some surfaces, some landform features. Okay, they carry out the down cutting, the river carry out down cutting in the mountainous region in the upper course, but they transport them from one place to another place and finally they deposit them in some another places. Okay, so in the erosional part, the erosional landforms are created, and in the depositional part, the depositional landforms are created. Similarly, in case of wind also creating deflation hollows by erosional process, they are removing the sand particles from one place to another place and they are depositing them in another place where the depositional landforms are created, like sand dunes or other features. Now let us move to the next part, that is relief. So relief means the kind of structure, whether it has great height or not, the relief features of the structure. Okay, if the relief or the altitude or any other characteristics of that surface is maximum or more, suppose the height of a place, like it is a mountain. Okay, if it is higher in height, then it will be more susceptible to the erosion by exogenous processes or the processes of erosion. Okay, the denudation processes. The height of these surface features, this structure, okay, it will go through the process of erosion and the height will lower. Okay, then finally after long term erosion it will become a low height features. Okay, now next one is the time. So time is the most crucial part, it is the most important part. Without time nothing can happen. Okay, all this the formation of landforms, the development of landforms, it takes long time. There is a huge span of time required for the formation of different type of landforms. Without time no geological or geomorphological phenomena can occur. Okay, so it takes long time, millions of years are taken to create some landforms, and the transformation of landforms also takes long time. Now, at last, the last point is energy. So, energy is the most important part which is required for the formation of landforms. Okay, like there are two types of forces or two types of energy act upon the landforms, okay, or the earth surface, which is the internal force as well as the external force. We can name them as exogenic or endogenic and exogenic forces. The internal forces are known as endogenic and the external forces are known as exogenic. So what are the endogenic and exogenic forces? Let us discuss about them. So those forces which mainly originated from the Earth's interior are known as internal force or endogenic forces. Like this is Earth, and suppose a force originating from the core of the Earth, okay, and it will pass towards the surface. Okay, this is mainly caused due to radiogenic decay of some minerals. The heat again created and heat is transferred towards the surface. Okay, here the convection takes place in the upper mantle portion, where the upper mantle is covered with asthenosphere. So in the asthenosphere the convection of molten magma takes place. Okay, so this is convection, which means the energy they mainly transfer from lower layer to the upper layer. So here the heat transfer like this in circular motion, and it is known as convection. Okay, and this current is known as convection current, and it is created in the asthenosphere. Now this convection current, it leads to the formation of different type of landforms on the earth surface. It actually exerts pressure on the crustal plates, okay, or the earth's crustal plates, and they move either away from each other in some place, and they come closer to each other in another place. Okay, which leads to the convergence and divergence of plates, and due to that process so many types of landforms are created. So when the landforms are created like mountains, plateaus, okay, then small hills or plains, so when these landforms are created by the endogenic forces, the agents of denudation or the external forces will act upon them. They are known as exogenic forces or exogenetic forces. So these forces will act upon these landform features. They will start reacting with them like solar radiation, then wind, then running water from clouds. Okay, the rain from the clouds, they will cause running water in the slopes of these highlands, and several other forms of exogenous agents are also there like glaciers. Okay, they will act upon these surfaces, the rock surface or the soil surface, and they will cause weathering as well as erosion, and it is known as degradation. So after degradation the landform will transform into some another kind of features. Okay, like it is, if it is a folded mountain, then it will be transformed into residual mountain. Finally it will transform into some plateau features, then dissected plateau. After long term erosion it will may convert into a plain regions. Okay, so this is whole cycle and it continues with the passage of time. So all of you, I hope you understood the whole process or the factors which are responsible for the landform development. So thanks for watching today's